Spitfire's Wonderbolt Fright, written by Blue Moon Hero, read by Switch Diablo. After a long day training practice at the Wonderbolt Academy, Spitfire, Soren, and Surprise decided to have dinner together at the restaurant. They ordered hamburger and salad. While they were waiting for their order, then Surprise began to laugh, laughing. Both Soren and Spitfire looked at her with a curious look. "What is funny?" said Soren. "Yes, I remember when we started at the academy some as rookies," said Surprise. "Do you remember when our first training with Captain Stormwing?" Surprise asked. Soren and Spitfire looked at each other, and then Surprise. "Yes, how can we not forget that?" said Soren. "I remember Spitfire was really nervous and afraid of him," said Soren. Soren looks at Spitfire, who looks angry at him at first, but started laughing. "True, I was actually quite afraid of Stormwing failing to be taken out as a Wonderbolt," said Spitfire. "It was quite tough. Bigger than training yet to take out," said Soren. Both Spitfire and Soren nodded to the answer, and then the waiter came with the dinner. At first they didn't say anything after they were eating. "Do you remember when Stormwing made us to race in the rain?" said Soren. "How can I not forget that?" said Surprise. "It was tough, but we managed," said Spitfire. "But it was a challenge for us to see if we were what was required to be a Wonderbolt," said Soren. They had dinner, and they start talking continues after a little bit. "But I would think about Stormwing when I first applied for the Wonderbolt, the opportunity to come to the competition," said Spitfire. "I was expected, but excited, but at the same time very nervous and afraid not to be accepted," said Spitfire. "It was same here," said Surprise. "I was really nervous," said Surprise. "How was it for you, Soren?" Spitfire asked. Soren looked at his friends while he took a bite of the burger and took a bite of the drink and looked at her. "Well, only when I learned that I had a chance to get off my mind at a time after the race, I saw Stormwing was really tough to see if other players had what they had needed to be selected," said Soren. "But honestly, I was afraid not to be taken out since I had a dream to be taken." Soren looks out at the restaurant window and at his friends again. "Although Stormwing was tough for all of us during the tournament, he was still a good coach." "You're right," said Surprise. "I remember when I was told by my mom that I had a chance to be taken to a Wonderbolt. I was upset and nervous at the same time. I could hardly sleep that night because I was so nervous." "That's what I was also," said Surprise. As they eat, Soren remember after withdrawals were ready. "I also remember that Stormwing was in charge of the competitions, so that he would go through the results and send the answers to us within a few days," said Soren. "I was sure I did not make it," said Surprise. Both Surprise, Soren, and Spitfire looked at her with a bit of a curious look. "Why did you think you would be chosen?" said Spitfire. "I wasn't fast enough in some other workout and faster turn," said Surprise. "If I'm honest, I wasn't good at turning it either," said Soren. "I flew into some obstacles during the training sessions." Then it was quiet for a moment between them while they were eating their dinner. "But after 3 days, I received an answer about the competition," said Soren. "The same," said Surprise. "In fact, I was so quite nervous that it would show reaction from the competition, says Spitfire. Although, although I was actually glad that I was taken to the Wonderbolts, said Soren. Although Stormwing wrote that I was approved but needed to practice my mistake, said Soren. He wrote the same to me, said Surprise. He was, of course, right after some training and says a man should do so, said Soren. Even there's still crashing into some things now and then, said Soren, the Spitfire. Surprise could not help laughing, but Soren started laughing too. Yes, you're right. There are not as much as before, said Soren. After they finished their dinner, they ordered a chocolate milkshake as dessert. But I have to say, if it weren't for Stormwind had hard training and patience, we would not be part of Wonderbolt today, said Spitfire. That's true, said Surprise. We had to thank Stormwing for that, said Soren. For Stormwing, said everyone. Soren raised his milkshake and the others and made the same bows for the old Wonderbolt coach. It is too bad that Stormwing passed away 5 years ago, said Spitfire. He would be proud of us, especially you, Spitfire, who became the new captain of the Wonderbolts. He would really have been proud of all of us, said Surprise. Yes, he will always be a role model for the Wonderbolts, said Spitfire. The same goes for the Soren and Surprise. Cheers for Storm King, said Spitfire, and everyone raised their glasses and milkshakes to honor their old coach. After they drank their milkshakes, they went back to Wonderbolt Academy to get some sleep for the next day's training. The end.